Hello, people. It's that time of year again. It's Super Bowl time, which means we gotta make the final picks of the season. This Super Bowl, we have the Rams and we got the Patriots as well. Now, I've looked at the stats, I've looked at a whole lot of things. Just like my gut feeling on this game. Initially, I thought, the Patriots will probably win, they'll probably dominate, they'll probably just do all this stuff because Tom Brady. I was wrong 2 weeks ago and whatnot. Well, yeah, 2 weeks ago at this point about who was going to make the Super Bowl in the first place. I was wrong on the Saints pick, let's be honest, because of the fact that the refs kind of botched that game at the end. But it doesn't really matter in the end because we still got Rams, Patriots for this game. The Patriots played really well against the Chiefs last week. But the thing is, the Chiefs don't really have as good of a defense as the Rams do. And, you look at the stats and everything, and for some reason, everyone's going with this. So I think I'm going to go with it, too, because it feels more right to me than picking the Patriots, because, I don't know, I'm just going to have to end up picking the Rams, surprisingly. And, about a week ago, I thought the Patriots were probably going to be the team that would be winning it. I don't know if it will go down that way, if the Rams will actually win or not. But I think, you look at the whole thing, the Rams just have more players. It's Tom Brady. But, it's Tom Brady versus, a whole team. As a team, the Rams just have more players. And you could say, oh, well, Todd Gurley might not be 100%. Well, this guy, Anderson, he's been playing well in the playoffs, so I don't necessarily know if that's going to make too much of a difference. Aaron Donald is just one of the most dominant defensive players out there right now. The Rams overall have just a really decent offense. I mean, it's probably going to be a shootout. I don't think it's going to be an easy win for either team. I don't really think it's going to be easy for either team to win, but I do think it's going to be a shootout, though. And I could actually see, maybe even, a 1-point win for the Rams here. Maybe something 35-34. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It would be something like that. It would be very close. But it's just you look at all the stats, you look at, the team with the better defense is obviously the Rams. I think that's going to help a lot. You also, I saw this thing this week where Tom Brady does really well with, edge, with people pressuring him from the edge. But the best inside rusher in the NFL is playing against Tom Brady this weekend. That you look at his numbers when he goes against guys that rush from the inside like Aaron Donald does, that his numbers go down a lot. I think I saw a stat whereas Tom Brady's numbers against rushes coming from the inside part of the line are he has 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. I forget how many yards it was, but when it's edge pressure, when it's edge rushers that are coming after him, Tom Brady is actually really, really good against those guys. I mean, he's really good against everybody, but he's even better against people that rush from the edge. He's 7 touchdowns and 0 interceptions this season against that. But his numbers go down against guys that rush from the inside, like Aaron Donald does. And Aaron Donald is the best in the game at that. So I think that's going to be a definite factor. But then again, it's Tom Brady, so he won't go down easily. But then it's just you look at the Rams have Aaron Donald, Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, Ndamukong Suh, Robert Woods, and they just have coaching. I think is probably about even. I mean, you look at Belichick's been in the league longer, but I think Sean McVay is a really, really smart football coach. I mean, it's hard to say that the coaching is not about even. I mean, yes, Belichick has had a great career, but a lot of that has had to... Well, Brady has definitely helped with that. but it just comes down to like which roster is better right now, and I think that's the Rams. It's not even really about Jared Goff or Tom Brady. I know Tom Brady's better than Jared Goff, but realistically, right now I'm thinking, even though I was wrong about the Patriots last week, I thought, they would lose to the Chiefs. They didn't do that. They almost did, I think. I can't remember exactly. Well, it was 2 weeks ago, so I can't remember exactly, but I'd have to look back on that. But initially, if I was going to originally go with the Patriots, actually, on a gut feeling, but over the course of this week, I've just been seeing more things about how the Rams are gonna win, and I was just been okay, at this point I'm probably gonna go with them because now the gut feeling is on the Rams actually. So there's that. It's just like last year with the Eagles, it was the same situation. The day of the Super Bowl, I was thinking at the beginning of the day I thought Patriots were gonna win it. Then my sister texted me an hour or so before the Super Bowl, and she was like, my friend is betting on this game. Which team do you think is going to win? Because I know more about football than my sister. And I was just like, let me look at the stats. Looked at the stats, and I was like, Eagles, and they end up winning. And then, so that was that. But this is a little bit different because the Rams, I don't think, are as hot. They're not as hot as the Eagles were last year, but I don't think that's going to be a huge factor. I still see them winning, though. It's going to be a tough battle for them, but we'll see what happens in the end tomorrow. So there's that. Yeah, I think it's going to be Rams 35, 34, maybe 33, around that ballpark. Going to be close, 1 to 2 point game. But yeah, also Tom Brady's already won 5 Super Bowls. It's gonna be really hard for him to win 6. It's hard for anyone. I mean, he's already got the most in history, so it'd be kind of refreshing to see the Rams win it, I think, too. Well, that's it. See y'all. Peace out, and remember to like, and also if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that as well.